There it is. Okay.
I'll never forget when my coach wrote that on the board, and we're just like, kiss. And man, he had some amazing defensive schemes, back in the day for us football players. And, defending the veer, Texas veer. That's probably an offense that's illegal these days. You can't even do it because it's all about, being a ram, basically. You bad head, bad.
Again, thank you for tuning
hit
into
heads,
Hockey Live 360.
that kind
You're
of
hearing
thing.
Danny talk to Noah
Stuff they
Wiseman
look
right now.
down
We're about
on.
to get the workshop underway.
Concussion causing
Thank you for
football.
your patience. We'll get this started
Benjamin,
up.
how you doing, sir? You all right? Good. How you feel like you're playing? Okay, but you feel like you're playing better or worse than the Worlds? Good. I like to hear that. All right. Yeah, I want you guys to keep pushing yourselves, man. That's really what it's all about. Yeah, no, that's the way to do it. So I grew up playing all the different sports, right? So I played football. I used to lift weights all the time. So I didn't really have to do like a lot of strength training. When I was coming up, it was quite the opposite. I really needed I'd knock the hell out of the puck and then go flying. But I think, okay, cool. Yeah. But I think for me it was important to maintain and to get back into a good amount of physical shape when conditioning really. Like for me it was a lot of running. Just because I was always kind of a bit, I wasn't blessed with great, I guess, what the heck am I thinking of, the word, genetics where I'm just skinny and naturally fit. It's quite the opposite. And I ding dongs and all the bad food, fried chicken and you name it. So I had to definitely, have some discipline when I was trying to be at the top of my game. And I was doing it. I was running like, I'd go to Memorial Park, I'd run 1 to 2 laps, which is 3 miles or 6 miles. And I'd do that three times a week. So, depending on, 3 times a week. And
running about 2 or 3 times a week.
Okay, awesome, yeah. There you go. That's beautiful.
There's always like running clubs now. You can find on Instagram.
Yep.
So you can just like there's no shortage.
Yeah, they didn't have that kind of stuff back then.
Or you can just like there's a whole bunch of people that are like at my shape or better.
Okay.
Like kind of like I'm being pushed a little.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So,
They're talking about the marathons and they're going
Yeah.
into details of how they eat and how they, it's
yeah. So, how many more people we think are going to be here, I wonder?
plenty of people who live away.
I know. What's up with that? They like the Venezuelan, not the white boy. That's all right. I like the Venezuelans probably better myself.
Probably easy drive coming down from Congo.
No traffic. It sucked, yeah. 45. Man, it's driving into Houston.
Is it like a border where like, there's no real like
No, I have multiple ways I could get down here. I didn't want to toll. I'll probably take the toll on the way back. Just there was a Hardy on the going northbound. They're completely stopped right near West Road. Like I had no idea. I didn't even see what was going on, but just nothing. So I'll probably avoid that like the plague.
last time I drove on there, there was a car sitting on the shoulder just on fire.
Oh Lord,
Like, what else can go wrong?
that's a shame. Hopefully everybody got out there. That can be a very dangerous scenario.
I was driving on the other side, and it was just like just this rubber thing.
Yeah.
Going down to like 5.
Yeah, they weren't even moving earlier, so I don't know what was going on. So hopefully, who knows? be the up and coming guys that I've never heard of that are new to the sport. Well, I know about the showdown thing. I know about that. Not worried about that. But I'm just talking about what you're experiencing now here in the weeklies. You know, who are the guys that are coming up soon? Yeah, but he's already there. I mean, knows who Noah is. Knows, not that he's beating Colin or anything like that. I'm not saying that. Who are the next level players that are coming up? Yeah, come up the. Sure.
A lot of girls within they'll hit the ceiling where, that's as far as their dedication level has
Correct. Yeah. There's.
they're giving themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. There's.
So like this guy named Jason.
Yep.
He has the talent.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to handle himself mentally.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So Jason. Okay.
He has a unique style of playing.
Okay. Yeah. Right. Okay. Yeah, I love hearing the new names and stuff. I love that. So nice interference. Yeah, I've never even been around a photon blitz, so I have no idea what it's even about. So I went up there one time, but it was a regular tournament. Yeah. I was trying my right hand, it didn't work, and that was the last time I played. Actually, was that night, and it hurt just too much to hold the mallet, which is ridiculous. And I couldn't exactly put my weight on my right arm either, So I was like, And now that I have confirmed now 2 bulging discs in my back, so I got to get another laminectomy L4, L5 again. Just hopefully the beginning of this year. No. Well, whenever you do that, I mean, so if you've ever had a bulging disc or a herniated disc, the herniated disc kind of like the next level, and then it can be ruptured. So it can rupture, which is worse. It can be very painful depending on how it ruptures. I'm trying to avoid that. So, yeah, it could happen just by tying your shoes. So there's no way of really avoiding that. I mean, you do your best to not make any sudden, quite jerky movements. You do your best to, take your time. Don't lift stuff. I don't lift anything I possibly can, which is, it's good and bad, right? It's like, Yeah, I'm not supposed to. I mean, I'm not supposed to lift anything over 20 pounds. Yeah.
20 pounds. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I can lift my phone, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I can't go. Yeah, can't go too much. What do we think?
I think we're ready when you're ready, because I want to sign up. Right now, I messaged the group chat. If anybody was coming, they didn't respond. So
All right.
we're pretty much straight to
Let's do this.
get it started.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's get everybody over here and yeah. get everybody just here. Yeah, the eraser's here. Yeah, we'll make. Who's good at drawing and stuff like that? Anybody good at drawing? Not me.
Because he's the teacher.
Oh, Damon is the teacher.
I
Oh,
do.
Nate.
Shut
up! Shut up! So you gonna draw? What am I gonna draw?
Well, I might get you to draw something here in a little bit.
Okay. I might.
Yeah, that's about all. That's about all it is. Pathetic table.
That is beautiful.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you.
Draw did.
Hey, what is this for?
Selection.
Oh,
They come because, you know, they come to get under. And then because you go something else, let's take the comic or the wall, let's take the wall. And then.
oh, where'd you see
Mr. Danny Hines, Mr. Hines.
Wow.
Yeah, thank you everybody for attending,
Yep.
for coming through. We hope to continue to host more of these events in the future. Get a couple more licenses. Danny Hines here. But yeah, thank you guys, and let's give a round of applause for Danny, and thank you.
Hey, so why are we here? Sounds like Phil Arnold, huh? Defense, yeah, defense, man. Defense, I can't stress how important defense is. Defense wins championships. You've heard that a million times. I think I'm proof that it does. But I think to really understand defense, you kind of have to start off and understand the history of the sport a little bit to understand why that successful players do what they do on the table. Why does this stuff work, right? So, and this is going to be a very open forum. So I want you guys ask questions, right? Please, there's no such thing as a stupid question, right? So if you feel like there's something that I'm missing or just went right over your head, just tell me, and I'll do my best to break it down. So we play a pretty, well, I think it's a lovely, beautiful, amazing game that we have broken down on so many different facets, both offensively and defensively, and it actually becomes exponentially complex when we do that. I think the key to defense is actually to do the quite opposite, and that's actually to break it down and make it very, very simple. Because let's be honest, we have less time to react to a shot hit on us than a baseball player does on a 90 or 100 mile per hour fastball. We have less time to react. Now, I know it's 3 dimensions. I'm not taking anything away from baseball. I love baseball, one of my favorite sports. But we have less time to react than those guys do. So if you sit there and you try to have this massive analytical program that your brain has to process all these different things, you're going to get fooled, or you're not going to react quick enough. It's got to be a very simple formula. And for me, it's all about creating that foundation. If you create a strong foundation defensively, you build off of that. Okay? You can always fall back on that foundation, and that's what's so important. So again, let's talk about air hockey. So this is pathetically drawn air hockey table here on the board, okay? It's very similar, right? Very similar. So you've got, I don't even know if this thing, okay, it draws pretty good enough. All right, so you've got a goal here, you got a defender here, and you got your puck here, right? So this puck, the whole point of it is to be shot into the goal. quickest, easiest shot in air hockey, most deadliest, and the fastest is going to be the shortest distance, which is a straight shot, right? So basically, comes, whoops, yeah, it didn't draw so good. Straight down, right? Until a defender gets in the, all right? So there's your quickest, fastest, most powerful shot in air hockey. How many of you guys know guys that shoot right down the middle of the goal? Nobody, right? That's right, because pretty much this guy came, let's use a different color. So here's the mallet, right? So that's now blocking that particular shot, okay? So here I am, I'm on offense, I'm trying to hit this puck past this mallet, the defender. So what's the next, obvious kind of course of action? Because unlike soccer, right, we have the rails that we can use, right, the banks, right? So the next thing, if I'm right here, well, let's try a bank shot. So that's your classical, from a offensive perspective, the right wall under, right? So, and in fact, at this point in the evolution of the sport, right, it's just right wall. It's a right bank. It's right bank. Unders and overs is kind of like the next step, right? But it's easy for us to just automatically say unders and overs because that's what we've all kind of been brought up to. But we need to understand the evolution of it, like understand how that concept developed, right? So now here I am. I got my mallet here. He's banking behind me. So now, what do I need to do with the mallet, right? The next kind of basic thing was I'm bringing it back. So now I put the mallet right here. So now he's taking away that bank shot. Well, here we go with the whole, rock, paper, scissors, hands, right? So the offense now evolves. Offense now says, you know what? He's there. I'm going to angle my straight. Right? So now here comes what we've all kind of realized, kind of that power straight. So we're actually aiming for either this side or this side of the goal. Not in the middle, but we're changing it up. So all this is good stuff, right? This is how offense and defense, they push each other to evolve. And that's literally what sports has done over the last, getting close to 50 years, or actually over 50 years. 50 years of evolution, right? And can't even imagine where this is going to go in another 100, 200 years. It's going to be a beautiful thing. So I'll be watching. Just to let everybody know. All right, so now, basic concepts. I can now hit either side on the straight. Use red again. Right? So I'm going there, going there. Alright? So my mallet, now to take away both those shots. What do I need to do? You can answer that question. Yeah, go up, right? So how do I go up? Just move up. Simple, right? But we're not talking about charging, right? We're not talking about charging. No charge. Okay. That's illness. We'll talk about that illness a little bit later, right? But so here we go. So here's my mallet, right? And now when that puck comes here, it's actually going to hit the side of this mallet. And now I can't hit any of the straight shots. This is the exact same thing that watch a one-on-one situation between a goalie in soccer and a forward. And that forward broke loose. What does that goalie do? Charges towards that forward. It takes away his ankles to hit both sides of that goal. And then there's no difference. So it's basic geometry. So here's the beauty again of air hockey, right? We now have again back to the bank shot. So you have to hit the bank in order to get past that defense right there, right? So, but I don't want to give up those straights. If I give up those straights, well, and I pull back, it just goes right back up. It's just that, rock, paper, scissors, who's going to do it, right? So it's that constant back and forth. So these are the basic foundation principles that these defenses have, kind of been created for. So this is where I think Tim is the innovator as far as I'm concerned. The triangle or pyramid defense. So I'm here and I'm taking away those straights. And now I can move back to here or here, which creates that triangle. Okay? Or that pyramid defense. Right? So they're going to stay out if it's straight, take away both those straights. Or I'm going to go back. I'm going to block the under. I'm going to go back. Block the other, right? So either side, based on where it's going to go. My defense is there to block it. It's perfect. Right? So here comes like offense again, evolving. Right? We haven't even talked about releases. We haven't talked about speed of shot. We haven't talked about all this. Okay? Because I'm going to prove for you guys it's irrelevant. In the grand scheme of defense, all that stuff is irrelevant. You got to do it on offense because you got to try to trick somebody. But typically, if you play correctly, if you play with fundamentally strong defense, if somebody scores on you, it's because you made a mental error defensively. And yeah, they could have had the most beautiful setup. It was awesome, but you weren't where you needed to be defensively. So here we go. So now I'm coming here, and my defense is here. And what do I do? I actually change it up and hit an over-mallet shot. So now the defense is here, and I go for an over-mallet shot and give the really bad graphic. But again, it no longer is going here. It actually goes over the mallet. And my defense is at this point. It actually goes over and goes to this part of the hole. Okay? So that's why the over-mallet is important. Is because I'm coming back hard to that right ball under, the left ball under, whichever side. Right? And that's how those scores. So what does the defense need to do? Right? So there's different ways, different thoughts, okay, to do that. One of the thoughts is to pull back hard over here, and then knowing that typically over the mallet shot is typically slower because you got to give the defense time to actually get back there. If you hit it too hard, too fast, right? You're coming back. You actually might hit it on the way back, going back to the right ball under. So if you blow it up enough, you actually give the defense time to move out of the way for the over-the-mallet shot to go in. So there's two thoughts on blocking that. It's one, is come back and immediately you move over to the right or the over-the-mallet. So you're actually going to make this kind of maneuver where you come here and then you actually go this direction. Right? So the problem with that is you actually create a really bad habit for yourself. And when you create that habit, you actually are going to be doing that motion no matter what. And whenever you create that motion, what ends up happening is if somebody comes over here and they don't hit a right wall, they actually hit a all-speed right wall. You'll come back, okay, and that puck's going, and it's coming nice and slow, and what does that defender do? Moves right out of the way, and you watch it go right in. And it's a bad habit. So the proper way to actually block that over the mallet is actually to stop right there. So you're stopping like halfway down. You're actually not coming all the way back. You're not, you're stopping kind of halfway there.
So make the triangle smaller.
Well, yeah, so it's a smaller type triangle, right? So, so you got two different triangles, like a little bit bigger one for the unders and a little bit smaller one for the overs, right? So that's kind of your basic defense there, right? Well, offense evolves, man. Clever motherfuckers. So what do? They say, you know what? Why am I hitting it from the middle of the table every damn time? if I hit go right here, right, I now open up this angle right here past that defense, right? So now I have another straight shot. So now I'm going to make this guy have to do what? What does he got to do now? Move over a little bit, right? So if I move over, so here's the problem with this. So I move over, but I move over too much. What does that open up? Cross straight. So here I am. I'm thinking, man, I got this guy. I moved over, and what did I do? I just opened up a lane again for him. So again, cross straight. Man, this is becoming complex. It's supposed to be simple. I said kiss, right? Did I not say that? Keep. Golly, my handwriting's bad. Keep it simple, stupid. Okay? Keep it simple, stupid. Well, it's my defensive coordinators, from 30 plus years ago. I can't change it. I can't change it to silly. Has to be stupid because that's what he said back then, damn it. That's right. Anyways, so again, this is becoming way more complex than it needs to be, right? But so how do we dummy it down? How do we, not fall for all this stuff, right? Yes, he moves it here, right? He moved it here. Maybe he puts it here. It's the same thing, but the opposite side, right? So what do we do defensively to kind of overcome all that stuff? Well, let's get rid of all that mumbo jumbo right now. Let me redo my pathetic drawing. Okay. Even bigger center line there. So offense moves the puck over here. Okay? They now have a straight shot here, a straight shot here. They have a bank. Oh, that was a bad... If you can do that curve, you're going to win a lot of world championships. Okay. So essentially, you've got... This is kind of a basic kind of attack from here. We haven't even talked about left walls, right? This is just your basic cut, cross, right wall under, right wall over. So let's look at the left walls. From here, right? And left wall over. Gee, I can't even hit the left wall over on the drawing board. It's so bad. So again, very complex. It's not simple, but these are 6 different shots, all coming at the defense, all from this one spot. And this spot can be moved. You could literally take this, puck and move it anywhere on the table. And all those shots, those angles, they'll change. The angles will change, but the shots can be the same. So offensively, right, you want to actually do that kind of stuff to really put the pressure on the defense. Based on where this is at, you're going to have that different 6 array of shot on anybody. If you can do that and move it anywhere, you're going to win a lot of world championships. Okay? So how do you defend all that stuff? You defend it by, number 1, having that strong, good foundation, having a solid level of discipline. And when I talk about discipline, I'm talking about, holding true to your basic fundamentals. It is so easy to, be out there on defense and to be fooled by the different releases, be fooled by the different speeds from a shot. I can't tell you how many times in my life, like I was playing Tim Weissman over here, and he hit that cut right out of the way. I was his bitch for life. I mean, it was... And he did that to not me. Because of a shot. Because if you don't do that, and you stay out there, here comes that blistering right wall under that he was so well known for, right? So this is the truth. This is the reality of what you face in, in air hockey. And I wasn't able to overcome that until I gained the proper discipline, the proper perspective. And that discipline is saying, you know what? So I was here. Oh, gets my green, sorry. I was here. But now I'm just going to move over just a little bit, but be far enough out where I still can take off a little bit of that cross straight, take away this cut straight, and be ready to go back only when I see that puck go that direction. Otherwise, I don't move. I stay there for the straight. You know what? I'm going to commit to not letting straight shots go in. And you sell out almost. And it's not to the point where, you know what, I'm never going to block a bank. It's not that at all. It's you're focused on the puck. You're not focused on that release. If you're going to watch that release, man, you're going to get fooled every time. You're going to get in a world of trouble when it comes to playing defense. If you're looking at the speed of the shot, the only things you need to really look at: where is the puck being hit from? Okay? Where is it being hit from? That's what matters. Because this is what makes me either be in the middle or over to the side a little bit, right? And moving my peak of my defense just a little bit. And let me show y'all something. When I'm playing defense and I move over from here to here, now my angles change in going back for the banks. So no longer is it this and this. It's now this and this. It's more of a straight coming back, right, for the banks. Because if you end up with the same angle, you're going to be over here blocking here. And you're blocking here, you're blocking an all. All right? And you're talking about getting fooled really bad for a left all over. If you're over here and that left all over goes in, you look bad, right? So again, it's just having that discipline and actually just sitting there and waiting and waiting and waiting for that bank. What you can see and what will never lie to you is the puck. The puck's not going to lie to you. The shot, the speed of the release, all that's going to fool you. They're trying to do that. That's why they do it. That's why we all do it. It's what we have to learn. But if you just focus on the puck and only the puck, you're not going to get fooled. You might get beat for an under, but you should never get beat for a straight. Right? So again, here I am, and I'm saying, you know what? I am going to force this person to hit nothing but unders. So this is where the whole mindset and this is where the Jedi mind tricks come into play. Okay? And the strategy. If my opponent knows I'm not going to let them hit a straight shot, like the entire freaking match, like I am taking that away, what does that do to their offense? It limits them. Yeah, it limits them. So they're limited now. So they're like, oh crap. So they got to try to figure out, and this is where the stubbornness comes in. They got to figure out now how to open that up. And the defense is like, nope, sorry. So it's like a question of, all right, so I'm going to have to pound in a hard right wonder. So you're going to force them to do that. But when you know that's what they have to hit to score, you now have the advantage. Right? So it's just a mindset. So you're sitting there and you're not letting those straights go in no matter what. They can do all fancy stuff and hit you with forehand straights, beautiful released cut straights, cross straights, anything you want. Blistering fast. Doesn't matter. It's the exact same thing. If you look at the position of the puck and if you just focus on where the direction, that initial direction of that puck is going. That's the key. If you can see that, you're going to win a lot of games in this sport. Lots of matches. So, and again, it's all with defense. So again, you got to have that discipline. You got to understand where you are on the table at all times. Understand that, if I'm here in the middle and the puck's over here, I'm not in the right position. Why am I not in the right position? If I'm here and the puck is here, well, they got that straight shot right there. You want to know why Jose Mora killed us in 1998? Right there. That shot right there. That shot right there. So he basically was bringing the puck right about here and hitting it straight down the pipe, like up the, going to the cross straight stop. Really a power straight. He hit it. We hadn't seen it. I didn't see it, right? A lot of people hadn't seen it, at least not at that level. So it's understanding those kind of things and understanding how to combat them, how to defend them. Questions? Anybody? It's kind of basic stuff, but man, we can get into some real complex stuff. But yes, sir.
I never thought of it in that sense now. It's now like when I'm at the table, it's huge, like you said, geometry figure. If you can look at where it's from, you can basically get it's coming.
No reason to guess.
What you should know.
So look, it's you're dictating to them what they got to do, right? You got to have that mindset. Like if I'm offense dictate to me, like they are going to tear me up. It's going to be embarrassing. It's going to be tough. You have to dictate to them what they can shoot on you. And I'm not saying, look, you may have it where I'm going to allow nothing but right while overs to go in because this guy can't hit an over to save his life. So I'm going to come hard for the banks, the unders, versus somebody who can hit nothing but overs. This guy can hit nothing but overs, but he struggles hitting an under. So this is where the scouting report comes in, right? So you understand the limitations of each player, right? Like I'm playing somebody who I've never seen them hit a left wall from way over here. The impossible shot to get to hit from way over here, right? So if you've never seen that from somebody, this is where you kind of cheat a little bit, right? So I'm not expecting that shot from him, but I'm expecting maybe that up the pipe kind of early cross straight, up the pipe power straight. It's really what it is. So, but you've got to dictate to the offense what they can hit. So this is how you stay in control of a match. And throughout the match, it evolves a little bit, and you'll get a feel for it. And you have to learn how to use that to your advantage and drive that throughout a match. So the other thing too, and this is kind of like, there's only one person that does this currently defensively. And I actually thought of a name for it today. Colin is the one who does this. So if you watch Colin, he's way out here, playing defense way out. He's the only one who actually will attack the rails too. So why does he attack the rails? He attacks the rails to stay out here for the straights. He takes both in the over by basically this intersecting point. So you see, like, there's a point here, up here, whether it's a straight shot, that your mallet will take away both the cut and the cross. And there's a point here on the bank, it'll do the same. And I thought of the name for it, Tim, and I think it's defense. Yes. Intersectional or intersecting defense. One of the two. Not sexual, but intersecting. but basically, you are... So one thing that Colin loves to do is he likes to stay out far, far, far. It's so hard to get by his defense. And I remember having this conversation when he was asking me about defense, when he was coming up. And I remember even telling him back then, I said, I even told him, I said, like, the next step, is to be out further on the banks. There's no reason to ever come back, to be quite honest, if you could do it. But you got to be super quick. Well, damn it, that guy's super quick. And he freaking did it. I never did that. I never got to that level to be able to be out here for that. Okay. But to me, that's kind of where it's at. It's about the positioning of the puck, and is it going to be a straight or a bank? And if you're only looking at those two things, you can take away all the shots. Because, being here, being over here, or in the middle, because if they hit from the middle, you still got to be able to defend from the middle, right? Based on where they're hitting from. It's just finding those sweet spots on the table, right? So the sweets, and it'll change a little bit with every single player to be able to change your spots based on who you're playing. So again, it kind of it shows a little bit of like chemistry things, right? So like certain players, for whatever reason, just has other players' numbers, right? Like Owen Geraldo never lost to Jimmy Highlander, not one time, ever. And Owen was an amazing player. Jimmy was a badass too. As you guys have seen Jimmy, and Jimmy's nothing what he once was. I can promise you that. I mean, yeah, he whiffed. Yeah, it was this epic type thing. But a lot of that is they understand the